Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday and hope you're well this morning. I'm going to do a video today on heart awakenings and what heart awakenings are. So you'll probably find you go through quite a few heart awakenings in your life, and they may feel completely spontaneous, but they will have been activated by something. Something would have been the facilitator, the catalyst to that heart awakening. So it could be a person, it could be a memory, it could be an event, it could even be to the month of something, some kind of anniversary, or it could just merely be that your soul is spontaneously waking up, and all of those things link together. So when we have a genuine heart awakening, we start to purge, and we're purging on an energetic level, a spiritual level, a soul level, mixed with an emotional level, but we can often feel that quite physically as well. So when I've had heart awakenings, I will go through what feels like bombardments of heart palpitations, which can be a little bit alarming, but it is part of an awakening. I'm not saying ignore if you're getting heart palpitations, by the way. It may not be a heart awakening, but that's what my experience is. And what will happen is I'll feel energetically and physically quite deep pain in my heart, and I may not initially be able to ascertain where that is coming from. I might be having the happiest time of my life and just wow, there it is. And these types of heart awakenings can go on for days, weeks, months, even years if you've got a lot to purge. And it is basically a massive release. You can class it as this life, you can class it as past life, and it usually gets triggered, but it is for your highest good. So people can often get lost in them. It can feel similar to a dark night of a soul as well, where something really deep is going on, and yes, it is, but we don't always understand what or why. And it's one of those things that I often say to people: we don't always have to have all the answers, we don't always have to know why. It is a blessing, a divine blessing, because when the heart is releasing and purging, it's making space for new experiences to come into your heart, for you to be able to experience your life going forward, or people going forward, without it being tainted by experiences from the past. So it's a release, and usually that means that there's on some level a degree of acceptance of what has come to pass. Now the ego might try and hold on and go, no, I'm not okay with that stuff from the past, I'm not wanting to let go of that, I'm not okay with it yet. But if the heart is ready to release, if the soul is ready to purge, you're going to have a battle there. So it's all about going, actually, on some level, I am completely ready to let go of this stuff that might be hurting me, and you can resist all you like. It just makes the battle a bit tougher. Shouldn't be a battle. Release. Not that easy. I've struggled with that battle, but ultimately for my highest good, it is about, okay, it's divine timing to let go of whatever is holding me back, or making me feel stifled, or still harming me energetically. And often heart awakenings can become apparent because you'll start getting fleeting memories of the past. You'll start revisiting things from the past. You'll start remembering things that maybe you thought you were okay with, and it might stir up some emotion. It might be nostalgia, it might be sadness, it might be another layer of resentment that you thought you'd left behind. And yes, if you felt you had left that behind at some point, you really did, but it might have been at the frequency you were at. So the deeper you go, you can go even further underneath the surface, and it might be that by going under the surface where you are in here and now, you access another layer of that same situation that you couldn't access before in depth because you wouldn't have been ready to, and it's just another bout of release. Heart awakenings are a blessing, but they can feel all kinds of upsetting. It can be spontaneous tears, it can be spontaneous rage, it can be like I get like a burning sense in my chest if I'm ever working with the heart chakra, and it's always a sense something's purging off, and it can go on for as long as it likes, and then it will just stop and it's done. I may be none the wiser what I've just purged, but I just accept it is what it is, because this planet is realigning with itself. Our souls are coming more into alignment with our true selves, which means any clutter from our past cannot come with us. We're raising in vibration. The stuff that vibrated when we were down here cannot come up there. We have no choice but to release it, so that our whole being, all parts of ourselves, can rise up to that vibration. The worst thing we can do is resist what comes up. Easy to do. You might want to write a list of how many tactics you've managed to collect in your lifetime to avoid. I've got loads and they're still very tempting. But really, at the end of the day, what that is fear. I don't want to go there because that might hurt. Well, it already hurt when it happened, so revisiting it is not going to be as bad as when it happened. It's just bringing up the last residue of energy that's still attached and connected to it. We can have things way back in our past, but we still might have an emotional attachment. It might be anger, hurt, resentment, love, sadness, nostalgia, whatever, but it doesn't always help to keep bringing that ethereal cord that's attached to it with us and dragging it along to a higher vibration when that was a lower vibration in the first place. The two don't go together. So I think with so much change in the world, people are beginning to have more spontaneous awakenings and heart releases, because I'm seeing it. And people often don't know what it is, and they're going, I didn't know I felt this way. Well, that's okay, but if you're releasing those emotions, it shows on some level you did. So happy heart awakenings, everybody. Have a great weekend.